Okay, y'all, there's my car on the tow truck because the battery conked out. But my battery was like 6 years old. And they said that batteries usually last like only 3 years. So if my battery was lasting 5, 6 years, then I had some kind of super battery. But y'all know that's a Jaguar, right? Jaguar, right? So, 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 y'all part of my fam. So I'm gonna share this. So my sister passed yesterday. My baby sister passed yesterday. I mean, I'm not gonna go into details, but my sister's gone. And we all were alerted and everything to it yesterday. And I went to go get in my car because I was going to head over to my sister's house because my brother was there. And I went to go get in my car, and my car didn't start. So, so I'm saying to myself, what? And this was like midday, and my car wouldn't start. And everybody's at work and everything, and whatever the case may be. And I said, well, I can drive. And, people were asking, are you sure you could drive? Or you don't drive, catch an Uber or whatever. And I said, I can drive. So I went to get in my car, y'all. My car did not start. And I was like, what is going on? Because I was already zoned out from hearing about my sister's passing. May she rest in peace. And and I said, well, let me catch an Uber, right? So I called the Uber. So when I called the Uber, I got in the car and I'm asking this lady where she going because I wasn't recognizing where she was headed, going toward, where they had to take me to my sister's house. So she said, oh, I have to pick up somebody else. I said, pick up somebody else? And she said, yes, you chose ride share. And I was like, what is a ride share? And she said, they trick you into, that's the first thing that pop up, and they trick you into pressing on it. And what that is that you share a ride with somebody else. So she was already en route to pick up this other person. And I was like, I don't want to be in here with someone else. And I said, where are you taking? I mean, like, where is this person going? So she pulled up to this apartment building. She pulled up and this guy got out, and he got out with a backpack on and a bag of fruit or something. And I'm like, so who are you dropping off first? And she said, well, I have to drop him off first. I said, drop him off first. She said, yes, I got to drop him off first. And I'm like, well, where is he going? And she said, someplace, whatever. Then she said, I got to drop him off first. And then I drop you off. And you way over on this side and he way over on that side. And I said, and I said, no, drop me off someplace so I can get out this car. So the closest place where she could drop me was, just here. I told her drop me off at the coffee place, right? Which was up the road. And she said, I can't go that far up the road because my GPS, I got to turn and go this way, which was on a beltway. So she couldn't drop me off at the coffee place. So then she made a U-turn and dropped me off. And I'm standing on the side of the pharmacy, you guys. Just lost my sister. My car stopped working and everything else. And I said to myself, and I talked to my older sister and everything, and it was like, yeah, something don't want me there. God threw all kind of darts. God did all kind of things, y'all, divine intervention. He did not want me there at that house. You know what I'm saying? So I got in the car today. I mean, so they jump start me this morning. And so I got in the car and rode around, and then it cut off again. So I had to call I called my insurance company back out again, and they jump start me a second time, and I made it back home. So now I called the tow truck to take it to Jaguar so they can put in a new battery, because that's what's going on. I feel what's going on because the battery I have in there is like 5 or 6 years old. And they said, I don't know what kind of super battery that is to last that long. And but I'm okay. I have all the support in the family and everything. Even my ex-husband, my last ex-husband, who's Caucasian, Rodney, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, family, family's been supportive and everything, but this is just like, I just couldn't believe the divine intervention and everything that stopped me, because as soon as we found out, I was like, I'm putting on my brother was already there at her house. And I was like, I'm putting on my clothes. Here I come, and put on my clothes. And then I go in the car, y'all. The car ain't start. The car did not start. Do you hear what I'm saying? Then the Uber lady was all around the place, and some stranger in the car. It was just a whole lot of mess. And, I said, you know what? And my oldest sister said, you know what? Sometimes it just don't want you there. It's telling you. And y'all, I listened to my intuition, because when I first pressed that button and the car didn't start, I already said something don't want me there. But you know how it slipped your mind, and you still want to go past and go bypass all of that. It might have been traumatizing and everything for too much for me and all the folks and people there. God did not want me there. So we'll finish getting her arrangements and everything together, and she'll have a beautiful service and all that. And she's already up in heaven looking down. She's already happy, with mama, daddy, uncle, aunties, my baby brother. She already happy and looking down. Funerals and services is for the living. It ain't for them. They already gone. They already happy. A child of God. And I tell you, he did not want me. He did not. All kind of darts and arrows was thrown my way yesterday, y'all. When I was trying to head over there, all kind of things stopped me cold in my tracks. Y'all know I'm a child of God. And y'all know I'm an anointed child of God. And he, guardian angels and everything. It was like, no, 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 no. I'm standing on the side of Rite Aid, waiting on a second Uber. And then my sister called. I talked to my sister, and I'm standing there. She said, sometimes, she said, things don't want you there, Then I was like, you're right, The second Uber came, and I told her, bring me back home. God shows you the way. You just have to listen to him. For one reason or something or another, he did not want me there. It would have been extremely traumatizing for me. But you know how you push ahead, and then all of a sudden he's throwing you more darts. Bing, 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 bing. And I was telling the guy who came to charge my car up this morning, I mentioned it to him. I said, my sister passed. uh yesterday, and I was trying to get to her. My car didn't start. He said, "You have a guardian angel." That's what he said. You have a guardian angel. So don't tell me otherwise. People sometimes, this is the time though, and what we need to do for her. And because I already know she happy. I already know she at peace. I already know that. I already know she want nothing else to be up there with mama and papa, and auntie and uncle, grandma, grandpa. But I just came back, to share with y'all God's hand, and his divine intervention in things, and things that's difficult for us and hard for us. He knows better. God knows better than anybody on this God-given earth what's best for his child. And he knew what was best for me. He knew what was best for me yesterday, even though I tried to keep going with it. He knew what was best and threw all kind of darts and arrows in my way to block it. I mean, immediately. But all right, y'all. I just come back and share with y'all because y'all part of my family too. But love, peace, and in Christ, y'all. Come back and talk to y'all. It was just so nice. I'm gonna tell you, it was so wonderful with the support. It was so wonderful to talk to my last ex-husband, who's Caucasian. It was just so wonderful to talk to him and get, and the support and everything from him, because we have history. We went through my mama's passing together. We went through his mama passing, his daddy passing. So it was good to have someone who know you. You know what I'm saying? The history that we had is 11 years. 12, 11 and a half years. We got married after years. So we were married like 10, so 11 years. So there's some history there. And it was so wonderful to hear his voice. It was just something about it. It was something about it that was so soothing. I know. He knows I'm engaged. I don't hide nothing. You know, he knows I'm engaged, and Rodney knows that I talk to him. So it ain't nothing to hide. It was just that support, that extra support that really, really, really made me feel, it really, really was something that I didn't know I needed. I hadn't talked to my ex. So we divorced in 2019. I hadn't spoken to him. We had the divorce hearing and stuff. Was the last time I said we even had words for him. It was just so pleasant, and it was so loving, and it was so gentle. And it was something that I needed. I know I get love and gentleness and everything from Rodney. Y'all already know that. He adores me. And he loves me. And it's nothing to hide. It's nothing to hide. I'm not a hidey, sneaky person. But it was just so soothing. It was just so wonderful to hear a genuine voice that knows you inside and out. And we were texting and on the phone at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and making sure, okay. And of course, Rodney, he's always here, for me. Nobody knows you better than somebody who's been in your life for 11, 12 years. He's doing renovations to the house out there. I'm doing renovations in here. I didn't know he was doing the renovations. He didn't know I was doing the renovation. Just I can't believe he tore renovations. He tore up all the carpeting in there now and has hardwood floors and remodeled the bathroom in the house. He just did. I said, I just did my floors here, and but the support, the overwhelming support is just wonderful, that you get from family and that you get from folks who's in your life and when you need them and my Lele and my Tia. Lele and Tia. It was just something so soothing about even just holding them. Grief is, you did and there's our family arguments and all kind of nonsense. Just the most important thing is she's at rest now. All the services and things are for the living, and she'll have a beautiful one. And moving forward, everything will be graceful and respectful and loving, whether you get along with certain family members or not. So love, peace, and in Christ, y'all. I'll come back later. Bye.